I'm imagining that drum roll was us.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I used to do that with my sisters. I'd
Are
say,
we starting?
yeah, but I used to do that with my sisters. I'd say, every time I had to fart, I'd go, stop, please, everybody freeze. Da, 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 da. And I'd fart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking let's just be friends. I'm thinking let's just be friends. Oh.
Hi, welcome to episode 4? Yeah, 4 of Exes podcast. I'm Steven.
I'm Brittany.
That's Brittany. And we're here to see if you have any more things you hate about me.
No, we're here to see how much funnier I am than you.
That's what I was going to say. I have a good idea. We're going to talk about that. But yeah. Do you have anything that you want to bring up at all?
What do you mean?
Like just anything, any idea that you had for this week?
Are you like expecting me to say something?
No, I was just wondering.
No.
No. I have this idea in my head, and I don't know how to achieve it, to have a guest on that couch, and but have them be like a clinical counselor.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then also I had this idea in my head that we're at this point now, I think, where nobody really watches this, but if people did, they could put maybe you're watching this and then you have this thing where you're like, oh, fucking say this or ask her this or something like that. You know what I mean? Like people want to be involved. So if you comment in a YouTube or something like that, it's something that we could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would love that if people all of a sudden were just like, hey, ask her this or talk about this.
Well, I did see we had 2 views on the video, so I'm hoping one of you guys can ask a question.
Ask a question. I actually did write some stuff down. I'm going to go into my phone, so keep this going.
You want me to keep it going?
Yeah.
Well, did you go and do a stand-up routine with my material?
No.
This week?
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about too. Is what I'm going to do, I think, from now on is Tuesdays at Logan's is 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They give you 3 minutes in open mic. So I'm going to take your camera and tripod and film every 3-minute set I have.
Who the fuck told you can take my camera and
It's been
tripod?
sitting at my house for a month. Are you okay with me doing that?
I'll need a damage deposit.
No, but I'll go and I'll film it, and then I'll give Eddie the footage, and then we'll watch it on here.
How are you going to get the audio?
It'll just come through the camera.
It's going to be so bad, though.
Yeah, but whatever.
You know what? Maybe I roll in with my fucking camera and then charge all those little motherfuckers money to film them.
Or you could do whatever you want.
And then I take their money, and then the whole time I'm just filming their crotch.
You're filming their crotch?
And it's me eating chips. So it's
all you hear is chewing?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
And
That's not
then-
going to work, but yeah.
And then that's my stand-up routine. It's there you go. That's my humor. Is a video of you,
Is
your
you
crotch and me
fucking
eating
up?
chips.
Is you charging people to film them and fucking it up by eating chips into the microphone?
Yeah. Do you think you could, do you have to get Eddie involved with the editing of if you filmed yourself?
No, I just film the 3 minutes and give him the footage, and then we'd put it on here and then watch it here.
But why do you need? Oh, for this, I see.
In my head, I was like, oh, I would get Eddie to do come film it, but it's I don't need to if I could use your camera because you have a nice camera, right?
Yeah.
You have a DSLR, yeah. So I could just do it on that.
Yeah, I actually stupidly bought that camera because it's good for video, and my tripod is a video tripod.
Yeah, it's hard to get on. It's hard to put your camera on. Like this camera that's Eddie's, it just clicks in. But yours, you have to spin the camera on it. It's super.
All right, you're
awkward.
looking. So, one, you didn't do stand up this week.
No, I didn't. I'm yeah, I did.
I think what everybody wants to know is if you've gained or lost weight.
I didn't weigh myself. I'll weigh myself between these 2 shots.
I have just the thing.
Because you know what though, I feel
I didn't even. I forgot about
isn't
that.
the scale downstairs? I feel like you should be
scale's
weighing
upstairs.
yourself. It's just weird because you just sit down and you're like, well, I lost weight. How do we even believe you?
No, last week I was 216 or 215. I was 215. Oh, fuck.
And you just ate the
I didn't even
fattest
think
burrito.
about this. I did just eat breakfast, and that's not fair. fuck?
It wasn't pounds of breakfast.
That was a big
fat.
breakfast. It was a big burrito. Every single time we film this, it's in the morning on Saturday, and then we try and get it done and put it out on Saturday. But sometimes it ends up being Sunday, which it should be Saturday.
Or 2 weeks from the day we shot it.
What's that?
I said, what the fuck? Anyway, so you didn't do stand up this week.
No, I didn't.
You didn't get to,
Well, you
tell my
sent me
jokes.
one joke, which was funny as fuck.
dude. Steven texted me and said, "Hey Britt,
I had a problem.
write my joke for me, and then I'll go up this week." And I literally wrote it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but she wrote one joke that was like it's maybe half a minute.
Yeah,
What am I supposed to do for the rest of the 4.5 minutes at open mic?
that was part 1.
Yeah, but whereas part 2, that's what I'm saying, is like you got to
Okay.
write out a set and I'll go do a set. Your joke
Okay.
was funny. My problem was though is when you sent the joke, I wanted to like change it to be funnier,
Well,
and I did change it to be funnier.
you did. It was the collaborative joke.
Yeah,
I don't even want to tell it because I just want you to have it because it's so good.
it's
And
not
it's gonna
that good.
it's gonna rocket you into stardom. and I want
Eddie, is this joke funny?
No,
'Cause
wait.
you haven't heard it. Okay.
No, I don't want anyone to know that it's my joke, and I just want you to thrive.
Well, no
And
one's gonna
then-
know because we only have 2 views. Eddie, is this joke funny? Okay.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Should I tell it or should you tell it?
Do you want to tell it?
Well, do you have it written?
I got it in my head.
Okay.
Everyone always wants to date like this very sexual person, you know? But you haven't lived your life until you've dated someone that's prude. You know? Dating someone that's prude is like jerking off to the Sears catalog, you know? You only come once a year, or it only comes once a year. Oh, fuck, what was the second part of it?
Mwah, mwah, mwah,
Never have any of the toys in the
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. No. The punchline of it, fuck, I fucked it up.
Okay. The 3 things were, it was, she would always keep her bra on.
Oh, yeah.
It would only come once a year.
Yeah.
And all I really wanted was the toys in the back.
And that's the punchline that's funny. Like, all I really wanted was the toys in the back, which means, like, getting a fucking butt plug in. But then also, like, when you remember the Sears catalog,
So
all the toys in the back you wanted.
yeah, so maybe don't.
I thought it was a funny
maybe don't
joke.
use my joke. I thought you'd do better than that. Oh God.
Well, fuck you. I haven't read it in, like, fucking 5 days. I never even tried to do it. I forgot about it.
I wrote a really great joke, but basically,
Anyway, no.
you know what you do. You say a lot.
On stage?
Yeah, I
Or just in
realized that.
person?
No, when you're telling jokes,
Yeah, because I'm a new comedian and I'm trying to figure out how to, like, be more comfortable on stage. It's nerve-wracking up there. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do it. You know, it's like a lot of people say that to me. They're like, "Oh, you're doing stand-up now? Like, that must suck being in front of all those people. Like, it must feel weird." And it is. Like, you got fucking 40 people looking at you, waiting. Like, I want to laugh. Make me laugh. Like, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah. But yeah, you should work on.
And then you have
your
comedians judging you
you-knows.
too. What?
You should work on that. Like
No, I
you know?
think what's gonna help me is I'm gonna start filming every set that I
Yeah.
do, and then I'll go back and look at what I'm doing and then try and correct it.
I see a lot of them do the audio on their phone. Ooh, what'd I do?
Yeah.
But
And then you can watch your time too.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
At Logan's,
butchered
it's
my
weird, though.
fucking joke. So let's see what else you can butcher today.
Yeah. Eddie went wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Can we talk about my hat and how cute I look today?
Your what?
My hat and how cute
It's
I
not your
look?
hat. It's
I know
your
it's a
roommate's
borrowed hat. But last night I tried to go as a friend for Halloween and I ended up looking like Fidel Castro. It was so fucked up. It like exactly like
I didn't want to
You
tell her
went
this.
brown face?
No.
I didn't want to tell her this last night because I went over there and the costume looked great. But she was trying to dress up as a friend of hers who has a beard and like the same braids that
yeah,
come down.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I look like Fidel Castro." And I was like, No, you look like your friend. And it's like, but like, how much could you look like your friend? You did look like fucking Fidel Castro.
I know.
Like if you
That-
put on an army coat,
Dude, it was
like I would have been
fucked.
like, oh, let's smoke a cigar and start a revolution. Like I would have fucking been on that, you know?
I know. I almost should just do that tonight because I don't want to attempt that costume again because I don't even know what my skin looks like today. But I glued hair to my fucking face. Like I was cutting a wig and just sticking it on. Oh, it was so stupid. And then I decided to like get pretty heavy in all these areas, so then I couldn't laugh. So I was like, because I couldn't open my mouth. And even when I was drinking, I was like,
That's funny.
yeah. So I wore the hat today, so one, I didn't have to shower.
Did you get that drunk last night?
No, not at all. Actually,
No.
you know what? I think all the herbs and shit I'm on, I'm realizing that I'm not getting intoxicated. And someone was saying that it could just be like doing something with my metabolism, so I'm metabolizing the alcohol really quick.
Really?
But I had 5 beers on Thursday. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a dick sucking amount. Like you get fucked up.
But
When we dated once, she had a couple double Caesars, maybe 3 of them. Gave me the most intense blowjob I've ever had in my life.
Steven, what the fuck? Anyway, I had 5 beers.
People give people blowjobs.
I've
You
never.
don't think your
done that in
mom
my
gave
life.
your dad a blowjob?
She never did. She had sex with him 4 times.
Fuck that. That's not a true statement.
It's true.
Your parents were sexual.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, you're in denial.
But anyway, so I had 5 beers on Thursday. Like I went out to meet my friend Shannon,
Yeah.
and I just, I kept drinking, and then I went to pay my bill, and the bartender said, "How are you not wasted right now?" And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "You've had 5 beers, and you've
Well,
only
he was
been
probably
here."
slipping you some GHB, though.
Oh right, he did.
Anyway, go
He
on.
had a
I
thing
did
for
order-
Fidel Castro.
I did order a beer with a wink. So, but anyway, so then I was like, wow, this is really fucking weird. Like I'm dead sober. And then last night,
How
I
much
had
did you eat that day, though?
fucking nothing. I had,
Oh, really?
yeah, I wasn't even hungry. And then last night I had 4 vitamin P's and
What's a vitamin P? Oh, fuck off. Dude, like, if you tell me right now that you mean Pilsner,
I do. It's just because of the,
somehow you're aging backwards. Because
I
I've known
do.
you for so many years and you're not aging. Like, you look the same as when I met you. And you look really good for your age. But you're fucking so into what's youthful. Like we were talking last week about your fuckboy stupid rap music that sucks. Like you're listening to it and you're like, skirt, like whatever the fuck that song's or any song is.
yeah.
And then you're into like the lingo and then your dances. and,
Okay,
like, how-
you
like,
know what? The other day,
Like-
someone told me that my dancing was so stiff, and I'm really insecure about dancing now, so I don't think I'll dance anymore.
So here we go about the fucking forehead thing. Just let it go and be you. Just
I
let
tried.
it go and
I
be
tried
you.
to dance last night, and I was like, I'm just so stiff. What am I here? I need to go home.
I'm never
And then I went
dancing
home.
ever. Ever. I don't dance. The only time I have danced was at Eddie's wedding
Yeah.
because his mom and his mom's girlfriend were sitting there and they were fucking hanging out. Or wife? Are they married? Yeah. His mom and his mom's wife were sitting there and I was like,
My 2 mums.
his 2 moms were sitting there and I love his mom. Like she's such a sweetheart. She's an amazing soul. And I was like, you guys look stiff. You're not dancing. And then Eddie's mom's wife was like, yeah, I don't dance. I was like, you do now. And I brought her on the dance floor and I was like dancing with her. But like, that's like,
I cannot picture you dancing.
that's my personality is like, I see somebody that's not having fun and I want to help them have fun. Even though I hate dancing and even though dancing isn't fun for me, I would do that with somebody that like, you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
want them to have fun. I want people to have fun.
But I'm also thinking, I don't know if I've ever seen you dance.
Yeah, because
other
I
than
don't dance.
You like stealing my
I'm
dance
dancing.
moves.
Yeah, I could like. You know what? I'll bet money right now. I could cut a rug. Like, I'm a good dancer.
You know what?
I actually used to. I was seeing this girl for a while who was like a professional hip hop
Whoa,
dancer.
whoa, 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 whoa.
This was years ago.
Steven, you danced a professional. You dated a professional hip hop dancer.
No, I didn't date her. We like hung out for like a week.
But then you allowed me to dance in front of you.
I'm not worried about that.
But
but this girl, like,
Oh my
seriously,
God.
like you could pull it up. I'm not gonna do it though. I can't say her name on this podcast. But like she's like a well-known hip hop dancer
I hope she's ugly.
who's like insane at dancing, like fucking insane. Like
How did you ruin that and end up with a scumbag like me?
I didn't like her personality at all.
Could she do this though?
I thought she was boring as fuck.
Could she do
Yeah,
this,
she
though?
could probably do that. Yes, that's part of a hip hop dance, isn't it? Like where you're like popping, knocking, and like figuring it out, like like pushing your.
No, you're
fucking
supposed
limbs.
to say no. Nobody can do that like you.
Dude, nobody. Okay, so here, nobody can make me laugh as much as I laugh when you dance, and I'm not making fun of you. I just know that you're trying to make me laugh by what you're doing.
No, I'm not. I
You're
was trying
not
to be
serious.
sexy and sultry and seductive.
Did you watch that video I sent you?
Which one?
The one of the girl that you think you look like.
Yeah,
And
I
she
did.
did yeah?
I did.
Okay, so to anybody watching, there's
To anybody.
it's called what is it called on Netflix? The Comedians? No. It's called something. Eddie can look it up. You don't have to use your phone. But like,
Do you want me to put my phone away?
no, it's fine.
Okay.
But like, there's this thing on Netflix where they gave like different comedians one episode each kind of thing, and then they made like a skit. And there was one with this girl that like did this like thing where she was on stage stripping, and like it just reminded me of like your joking dance, like.
I'm not kidding. I'm trying so fucking hard whenever I dance.
To what? Do that?
No. Like whenever I dance around, I'm like
No,
working.
you're a good dancer. It's just you do joke dance.
Was it called The Characters?
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
on Netflix. Yeah, if you go look and then there's a girl that has an episode there where she like, I don't know. It's weird. It's actually kind of cool. But I was watching it.
Lauren
Lauren-
Lapkus.
yeah, Lauren Lapkus,
We gotta
yeah.
remember her name since I look so much like her.
You don't look like her at all.
I got this little tiny fucking head.
I actually watched her. She does this thing for, I think, Funny or Die, where she has this morning show. Did I tell you about that? With another guy, with another comedian, and it's like a joke. But what happens is the first episode, this guy is like, hi, morning shows are like, hi, and welcome to blah, blah, blah at 6 a.m. And they're like super happy. And then all of a sudden he's like, we have a special thing this episode. And then he proposes to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend says no. And then every episode after that is based on like all the stages of grief. And it's the fucking funniest. He shows up and he's like drunk and like, dude, it's like the funniest skit.
Okay, I'll check it out.
All I've ever wanted to do was just like do skits. You know what I mean? Like if like you were into it, but like you're busy with like hip hop and stuff like that, and like what you're doing with recording like artists and stuff. But like I've always wanted to do like a skit show or something like that, and write skits. And
Yeah, I always come up with little ideas. I think I told you the one that me and my roommate came up with. And it's like a juggalette who's
yeah.
It's just like she's in the world where she doesn't want to date other juggalos. Like she just wants like a 9 to 5 guy.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's just like
Does she want to keep her face paint on?
she does. She wants to keep the face paint, and it's just all about her like walking around, and like she walks by like a construction site, and then the construction workers, they like whoop whoop. Is that what they do?
Yeah, that's the call of the Juggalos or whatever.
Yeah,
like-
and then like she's walking by like excited that a guy's like hollering at her, and she looks up and they're all juggalos, and it's just like
and they're spraying like Fago or whatever it's called. Like
yeah. So
It's a good skit.
yeah, it was
Remember
a
that one
little
that-
deeper than that, but
Remember that one that? Oh, go ahead.
Keep going. I want to know how deep it gets.
Yeah, let's do that.
you want to okay, yeah. So it was just her just going through life and like where she's in a grocery store and she drops something and her and a guy bend down to get it together, and he's like a normal ass dude, and then they reach down and she's like it's like, this is it. I'm finally meeting a guy. And then they make eye contact and then he like, and like runs away. So
Because she has the face paint on?
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like it'll be that she got it tattooed on and then changed her mind, but has to live the life of a juggalo. Because some people do the fucking tattoo, juggalo.
You're talking about like gang members, though.
No.
Yeah.
Are you in a gang if you're a juggalo?
The FBI, actually, funny you say that. I just read about this like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
The FBI has classified them as a gang, and they're trying to decipher between non-violent juggalos and violent juggalos. So there are juggalos out there that are like doing this crazy shit, but like really all it is just like ICP making music, and they're
I
their
thought
fans.
they were actually really positive.
Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But there are bad ones that are that are committing crimes. So the FBI is calling it a gang, and there's like this huge thing. And even what are their names? You probably can ask that. Violent J.
Oh, just lift your shirt up and look at the tattoo. with all this.
I want to actually jokingly get like a hatchet throwing tattoo, but like Shaggy Two Dope. Shaggy Two Dope and Violent J. That's their names. They're actually in court. I don't know if they still are, but they were in court fighting a lawsuit against the FBI for classifying juggalos as a gang.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I was just thinking
When
about
all they're
something.
about is fucking fat chicks and spraying fag on people.
Do you remember the time we went to Logan's and there was a guy in juggalo makeup and he did
There was
like
guy.
a spoken word? Like he
I wasn't there for that.
Oh.
You're thinking about somebody else. I was at a show with Eddie was there. Appeals court dismisses gang designation lawsuit against the FBI brought by Insane Clown Posse fans.
Also, I just realized whenever I'm turning to talk to you, is that bad? Like, okay.
It picks up like.
Okay.
But anyway, I was at a show with Eddie once, and there was a juggalo there. And he was rapping.
A actual one or like
Yeah.
a...
Yeah, no,
Like, I mean,
actual,
someone
like he had
from-
his face painted. And he
I'm
was
sorry, I
rapping and
meant
stuff.
someone from Insane Clown Posse or...
No.
No. Shit.
Oh,
Maybe I'll be...
I did open for ICP when they were here.
Really?
No, you fucking
It was
didn't.
probably the best show that I've ever done
Are you
Are you serious?
serious?
because their fans are insane.
Right.
And they were just about anything that was happening. That was probably the best performance my group, Dockside Green, had been a part of, strictly just because of how hyped the fans were already.
Wow, that's sweet. Who else have you opened for? You opened for...
A lot of people. Yeah.
There was one that I really wanted to see. It was that...
He opened for
MG.
MGK.
The
and
most
then
recent one was Nelly.
You opened for Nelly? Oh my
doesn't
God.
he have like rape charges?
Steven, you got to bring everything to the dark side, don't you?
Oh.
That was a concern. We thought that maybe the show was going to be a bust because of that, but apparently people don't care about that until there's a documentary made about it.
There you go.
People don't care about that until there's a documentary made about it. That's
When
not
a
true though,
celebra-
because
when a
Louis
celebrity does
C.K.
Well, yeah, I mean, but okay, until it's like everywhere.
publicized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that Headley guy.
That guy's a fucking piece of shit. I've met him like 4 times in my life, and every single time he's been a fucking piece of shit.
Well, so he just keeps pushing that court date. But
because his lawyers are fighting to figure things out.
damn, actually, because I was in a coffee shop in Vancouver, and because I watched like Canadian Idol whenever I was younger, and I remember I was obsessed with him, and I saw him in a coffee shop in Vancouver, and I was just like, oh my God. And he had the fucking dopest Defender. Do you ever see those? They're like Land Rover, like they look like the G-Wagons, but it's like Land Rover, and it says Defender on the front.
Yeah.
And it was so nice, and I was just like, Jesus.
You know what's funny? You know what's the fucking funniest thing, and this is a true statement, and you can't deny it.
What?
You would have fucked him.
What?
You would have fucked him.
Dude, I literally...
If he came up to you and he was like, hey, what's your name? And then started talking to you, and then you guys had a nice thing, and he's like, do you want to go to dinner tonight? And then he brought you to dinner. You would have fucked him.
What?
Would you not?
I wouldn't even be able to look at him.
Would you not? Answer that question honestly. I've seen how women act around famous people.
Yeah, but look, like that's the thing is you have this misconception that I was this fucking white sheets on a Sunday morning prude with you.
Like white
and
sheets,
that-
maybe like with eye holes cut in them.
Fucking
Fucking racist. Anyway, go
No, but then you thought that I was this like prude ass boring
No, I don't
lay,
think
and
that.
then
Where?
I read your diary, and then
Okay, fucking stop. I'm gonna
No,
stop
I
this.
want to finish.
Number one,
wanna
I do
finish.
not have a diary. Number two, I've seen you cut eye holes in bed sheets. Number three, that second one was a joke. Number three, I never thought you were a prude at all.
No, but you thought that I had this other sexual life outside of you, and like in my past life.
Whoa. While we were dating, or in your past?
No,
life?
no, like you, like well, because like we've been
Now
broken
we're finally
up.
getting into X shit.
No, we broke up for we've been broken up for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, well, longer
So-
than that, but yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I bet you're really sexy with other guys or something like that. Like
no,
you say
it was
stuff
never
like that.
It was like okay.
I'm so
If you want to open this,
shy.
if you want to open this up right now, it's gonna get real dark, real fast, and it's okay. But it's gonna be like about 15 minutes of like me explaining why I think that, and we could be honest on this podcast.
No,
the
'cause you're
one
gonna
thing,
start-
one thing that you didn't bring up that you wanted to bring up was my alcohol problem. We never brought that up, and I'm open to talk about it because I feel like there's a lot of people that maybe might see this video or just people in general that like might be able to like relate to that and help themselves.
What do you want to say on the alcohol thing?
No, it's not even the alcohol. I'm saying if you want to bring up the reason why I thought what I thought about you saying that I thought you were sexual with the past partners of your life. There's
Yeah. Anyway,
reasons
my
for
whole
that.
point, the whole point is
There's reasons I
if
thought that.
Jacob from Headley even spoke to me, I would probably shit my pants and throw up, so I wouldn't be able to get it on. So
I had that guy talk to me in a. Go ahead.
That's what he's into.
Probably. If he's into girls that young, he's probably into girls shitting themselves.
yeah. Also, like backtrack a little bit where you said I look really young, but I'm old and acting young. I literally have not. Like, it's like I woke up one day and I don't get ID'd anymore. So I feel like I don't look young anymore.
Do you look 18 years old? We live in Canada,
No,
by
but
the
I
way.
got-
So, like,
I was
the
getting
Canadian
ID'd
legal age
a
for
month
drinking
ago.
is 19. There's no way you look 18, but you don't look your age. How old are you for anyone watching?
12.
No. Go ahead.
31.
Yeah, and I'm 35, and
Yeah.
I feel like both of us are kind of in an age that like we're aging, but like we don't look that bad. I don't think I look that bad. I think I look bloated. That's funny. Okay, so
You are all
Steven's very
over
fat.
the place.
no,
I
I was at no. I'm just like I'm talking on that. I was at
Steven, do the truffle shuffle.
I can't remember what that is. I haven't seen the Goonies in so long. Is that the Goonies, right? And it's the fat kid from the Goonies. You ever see how they?
Eddie doesn't look impressed with me.
Oh, but like no. So what I was saying was like I was at an open mic recently, and like a comedian that you know and then I know like was joking around with me, and I was like, "Oh man, you look good, man. You look really sexy." And I was like just joking around with him, and he's just like, I asked him, I was like, "How do I look that sexy?" And then he was like, "You'd stop drinking, then you wouldn't look so fucking bloated and fat." And I was like, "Holy shit, that's awesome!"
There,
Thank
that's
you.
the truffle shuffle.
That's not. That's weird. That's nothing.
Well, do it.
All I remember from this scene is when they broke the penis off the Statue of Liberty statue. Remember?
No.
Yeah, they have like it might not be the Statue of Liberty, but they have a statue and they broke the cock off it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I might be just fucking making that up.
Okay.
I wanted to bring up two things. One, we talked about this earlier. So what if I filmed a 3-minute open mic set,
Okay.
brought it here, we watched it here, and then both you guys picked it apart?
Yeah. We
So
could do
every
that.
week we'll watch 3 minutes of me doing open mic at Logan's because that's the 3-minute one. The rest of are 5-minute, and then we'll just do that. And then also, if anybody watches, they can comment or anything like that. Also, this is a big thing. Eddie might get upset with this, but he's not. I don't think he's going to.
Sorry, little pause here. I love when Steven says, "You're not going to like this." That's another thing I put on the 10 things I hate about Steven. So you're not going to like this.
Well, I didn't say that. I said Eddie
it.
might not like this.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like I think that on the bottom of the screen right now, or wherever, I think that it should be our Instagram, because we have an Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's Exes Podcast. Just look it up, EXES. And then our email too, except for exespodcast@gmail.com was taken. So it's just exespod, P-O-D, @gmail.com. But if anybody emails us,
maybe it was Spodcast. Someone has a Spodcast.
Oh, that was your joke. I'm sorry.
See, also, no. Also, I'm trying to smile more because Steven said he watched the last podcast, and I looked like I hated him the whole time.
No, I what I did was I watched the podcast, and I think I looked past what somebody else would see, and I saw you just be annoyed by me.
You
But
annoyed the motherfucking shit out of me.
So this is what I was just gonna bring up. You texted me and you were like, "Hey man, do you have any idea what we're gonna talk about at the podcast?" You texted me this morning, and I said no, but I did have a few ideas. And then you were like, "Okay," because I ran out of things to say that I hate about you. And then I was like, literally, when I read that, I went, "Thank God."
Just kidding. I got a whole new list, motherfucker.
Because I was like, it was like I couldn't think of it. Anyway, so my idea is 10 things. Okay, number 1, I'm going to film my sets.
Yeah,
we're going to watch
done.
them starting next week. Number 2, 10 things that you like about me. Let's do that.
You want me to do it today?
Sure. Give me one thing that you actually just love about me.
I love when you leave the room and I have some peace and fucking quiet.
Oh my, no.
No. Okay. Things. Actually, I mean, I haven't dated anyone since we broke up, but what I'm observing through other people that are dating is that you're what's the word, like, you're very thoughtful. Like, if even now, if you stop by and my house is like in shambles, like you'll do my dishes, like you'll do little nice things for me, and it's the amount of people that
I only do that shit for people I care about, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's something
Like, I
that
do
I
it for
like
Eddie.
is that you notice when shit is fucked up and then you help. But now I'm watching other people in relationships and I'm like, dude, that guy didn't even take his own plate to the kitchen.
A lot of people I've noticed, especially nowadays, I don't know if it's like because of what's happening with social media and because everyone's growing and because it's just getting to a different place. A lot of people are very selfish. Like, I've said this a million times. If I was successful, if I somehow won the lottery or made millions of dollars a year, the first thing I'd do before anything is buy you a house and give you enough money that you don't have to work anymore. Second thing I would do is buy Eddie a house and fucking make a studio for him that's that. Before I'd even do anything for myself, I would do that because I know you two are fucking like, you guys are down for life. Like, you guys are good for it.
And then
Yeah.
afterwards, he'd call me and be like, "Bring me smokes."
Hey, Eddie, can you get me this $20 fucking burger from Fat Burger?
Are
and
we gonna
skip the dish it to
fucking
my
keep
house?
talking about the burger? Or are we just gonna let it go? Let's let it go.
So, yeah, I really like that you actually
Pay attention and care, and I'm not selfish.
totally, and also
But
just
there are a lot of people that might watch this that know me that think I'm selfish. But you want to know what? I know you, and I act accordingly to how I know you. If I treat you like shit, that means you're a piece of shit.
No, Steven, you're so you're so like a matter of fact with your shit. No, but that is something that I do like about you because and that it scares me. Because like literally I remember I had to move into the living room and I couldn't screw my bed back together. Like I still lugged it all in there by myself. And then you're like, "Hey, just go." Like I think I was hanging out with someone, "Go." And then I'll make sure your bed's put together. And then I came home and you fucking had plants, you had side tables, like I had a goddamn couch, like you did all that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anybody else that would do that. So that's something that I really like
There
about
are
you.
people that would do that. Eddie's like that. Eddie does the same thing as his wife. He fucking does everything he can. Like makes her breakfast all the time and treats her like an amazing person.
Why
Like,
hasn't
wait,
Eddie made me breakfast?
because he's married.
I don't think I've made any food at home for a really long time.
Yeah. I'm just joking. I like
Nobody
cooking
can make you breakfast because you're a fucking bitch when someone makes food wrong.
I'm not. That's the thing is, you know what I
You
realized?
yelled at me for putting ketchup on a breakfast sandwich and bringing it to you in bed. You
I-
yelled at me for that. You were like, "What the fuck is this? This is bullshit." You
I did.
actually said that. Your face is going red right now because I'm putting you on blast.
Okay. There's one thing that I'm not okay with people cooking for me
Is eggs.
is eggs.
Yeah.
And
And you
then
want to know what?
your
I learned how to cook
stupid-
eggs, and now I know
Your
how to cook
stupid
eggs.
ass put fucking ketchup, eggs, and bacon on a breakfast sandwich, and it literally, like nobody in the history of the
How
world.
was I supposed to know that?
That sounds delicious.
Oh my god! I
Do you
still
know what
I
my
think
breakfast
about
was when I was a kid?
it. Lemon pepper chicken.
Yes. Because all my mom... Okay, I hate... Like, I would soon rather revive Hitler to do what he did again than ever taste lemon pepper again. Because my mom, what she did was she bought a Costco-sized box of chicken, cooked it all in one day, and put so much lemon pepper on it that it was actually like you'd eat it and you go, because it would just be too much. And then all I had to do is she's like, just microwave this. And then that's what I ate for years.
Yeah.
I would
So,
microwave lemon pepper chicken.
I mean, just to
I'll call my sister right now, actually.
No,
Go ahead.
don't.
Talk. Don't. No, watch this.
don't. But just to like back like
Let's find out what your sister's take is on the Hitler revival in
Well, we're not going
exchange
to talk
for
about the
lemon
Hitler
pepper.
revival because that was kind of a gnarly thing that I said.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I am not fussy when it comes to food. Like when someone makes me food, like I eat
Yes, you
Mr.
are.
Noodles. I eat Mr. Noodles.
If someone tries to cook, I'll make you Mr. Noodles.
yeah,
and-
and you
and you're chill with
somehow
that.
fuck it up.
Stop it, man. I'm trying.
Oh my god! Now this is the part where Steven pretends that he's sad, so then I
you
look
do
like
make
the
me
devil.
sad sometimes.
How could I make anyone sad? Look at me, I'm Fidel Castro.
You're not Fidel Castro.
Dude, I
man.
would
You took the beard
not-
off.
Not speakerphone your sister,
Why?
cause she says the most fucked up things.
Hi, you've reached Christina Thompson.
All right. I just couldn't imagine what she would have said.
You know
when
what?
she
Fuck
answered.
this. Watch this. Let's just fucking get to the root of it. The root of the problem.
No, because then you're gonna call
Hey,
your
Mom.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, Nancy down the street died." Oh my god,
I don't even know how to. My mom doesn't know what a podcast is, so I don't even know how to say this.
this isn't even gonna be good. Why don't we call my mom and ask her?
Yeah, we could.
Well, hello.
You say that as if I haven't talked to you in a while. Mom, you're being recorded right now, but I just want to ask
This is
you.
the FBI.
That's Brittany in the background. I just
Yeah?
I just want to know why you used only lemon pepper when we were kids.
I didn't. It just seemed like that.
Why did it seem like that though? I remember those big Costco things with the lemon pepper, and all I tasted was lemon pepper.
Yeah, well, you think that's all you had, but it wasn't.
Did you sprinkle it on our beds?
On your what?
I just figured like you sprinkled lemon pepper on our clothes or something like that.
Oh,
I'm just kidding around.
But there was other stuff too.
I know. It was pepper and lemon, and then lemon pepper.
How's your day going?
It's going good, Mom. I'll call you once I'm done doing what I'm doing. But okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you after.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It was. I don't know why she didn't do it, but yeah.
Does she still use it?
I do. I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
Like, I literally hate lemon pepper now.
Yeah, but I mean, you're vegetarian. What would you ever put lemon pepper on?
Well, not vegetarian and pescatarian. I put it on fish. Lemon and pepper are good on fish, but I would never do that.
No. But if I squeeze lemon and put some pepper on something, you would eat it. It's like
yeah, I'm just talking about like the Costco things of lemon pepper, and it was just too much lemon pepper.
Yeah.
But me and Chrissy, I wish Chrissy answered, because me and Chrissy have made fun of it for like the last 15 years. Like, Mom, what the fuck was with the lemon pepper thing? That's why she got defensive right away. She did exactly what I do. She's like, no, it was other things too. It's like, Mom, it was lemon pepper for so long.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, my whole thing is I'm like realizing that people probably don't like cooking for me because they assume I'm going to critique the shit out of it.
No, it's because you critique the shit out of it, but go ahead.
I do not. I do with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you tough love.
I
and trying
only
to teach
speak
you how
from
to
my
cook.
perspective.
But then I realized, like, I was hanging out with makeup artists last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's probably looking at me and thinking, like, who did that janked up fucking
Yeah, because
job
you're
on
always in
face?
your head. We talked about this last week.
No. But, like, you know what? Maybe she is thinking that. But no, like, I'm saying, like, people that have their skills, like, you'll go to someone's house and be like, oh my God, who the fuck hung that
You know what?
picture frame?
Actually, now I just realized that, and I went through it in my head, and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." Because if I'm around a really talented musician, I feel like if I'm playing an instrument around them, I feel superior, and I'm like, I just want to put insuperior. No,
I don't know.
What? I don't know. Insecure. Sorry.
Can
Don't
you-
look at me
Can
like
you
I'm a
look
psycho.
up if insuperior is a
I
word?
feel insecure, and
When I'm around talented people,
No,
I
no,
feel
so-
superior.
What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I know it's insecure, but like,
You're self-conscious. You're not feeling.
yeah, whatever. I just like I don't
enough.
want to play music around them.
Yeah, right.
That's like my whole life, though. I played in bands, and like I've been around musicians that are better than me. I'm around comedians that are better than me. I'm around people that are better than me. I just feel like a piece
You do a
of shit.
podcast with Brittany who's funnier than you.
Exactly.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Did you say funnier than you?
Yeah, he did say I was funnier than you.
I'll punch both you guys in the head.
Try. Here, measure it up. I actually watched the other video, and I was like, his fist isn't as big as my head. And then whenever you put it there, I was like, oh my God, it's as big as my face.
So,
But anyway, so to wrap that up, so we can finally finish one conversation today, is that I think that I started, because so you're like, oh, musicians don't like, I don't like playing around really talented musicians because whatever. And like, I like hang out with makeup artists. I'm like, oh my God, they're probably like, who the fuck put your eyeliner on? But I think it's all like personality wise. Like I eat food and I'll be like, holy shit, like they don't know how to cook, but I would never announce it.
but you announce it with me then. But yeah, I get what you're saying, for sure.
No, it's
We have
because
to-
you insist. Like that's the thing is, I have never wanted to sit on the couch and have you cook for me, but there's days where you're like, let me cook for you. You cook all the
Because
time.
I want you to relax.
And then it's like,
because you
all
don't
you
relax
have to
because
do,
you're worried about everything all the time.
all you have to do is read the box, and you fucking
No.
manage to do it wrong. I don't get it. I don't know how you can build something and have this beautiful vision to like build like little tiny like furniture and shit.
I need a fucking cigarette.
And
By the way, I'm nicking out right now. I'm trying to quit smoking and do this stupid shit. But
yeah.
anyway, go
don't
ahead.
know.
You don't understand how I could fucking build.
Yeah, I don't get it.
This
Because like
thing-
I could probably fucking build shit just as good as you. Maybe I'm just good at everything.
Could you imagine how you would feel right now if I said I could cook as good as you? You would get offended and upset.
I wouldn't be offended because you can't. But go give me
You
a
can't
fucking.
build. Okay, you can't build shit as good as me. You can't. Because you want to know what? One day, I believe one day, I'm gonna build you a house. or I'm going to rental your house, and I'm going to do it for free, even if you fucking have a husband or a boyfriend or someone else.
Hey, husband, here's my ex-boyfriend who's super cute, and he's going to build me a house.
Well,
Hope
if
you're
he's your
down.
husband, he's going to fulfill you in different ways than that. So, like, whatever. I'm not worried about that shit. What I'm worried about is the fact that we've brought up everything, and I feel like we've kind of touched on everything. I feel like if I watch back on this, there would be like 2 or 3 things that we didn't finish.
Okay.
One of the ones was Eddie brought this up right when we started refilming after I went to go take a piss. You said this when the podcast started. Did you actually want to talk about my drinking? Because that's something, I know that we joke around and I know it's all just a fucking silly haha time. Hee time. But like, did you actually want to talk about it? Did you actually want to talk about something for real? Because that's something I know is going to give you anxiety. But like, just put fire at it, man. Let's fucking figure it out if you want to talk about it with me. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not doing this for, like, I'm not answering anything you say to me on this podcast. I will never lie to you. I will never bullshit you. I'll never go and try and divert it to a different situation. This is going to be real, straightforward. I'm going to tell you exactly how I fucking feel.
Yeah. I mean, I
can
think...
tell the look on your face right now that you're like, oh, fuck.
No. I think that my thing was, when I mentioned the alcoholism, was...
You didn't mention it on the podcast. You mentioned it before.
But I think I was talking more like...
My journey
Because
to
you
get
were
sober.
talking about having, like, people that were, you know, like counselors or something to talk to.
I would love to have a fucking, like a clinical therapist come sit with us.
Oh, and
someone
like,
that
let us
asks
hash it
questions,
out.
and someone that like asks you a question, then asks me a question, and then like you know Dr. Drew, you know who that is?
I never want to sit side by side again
Why?
because you just touched my arm.
Do you know Dr. Drew?
Yeah, I know Dr. Drew.
Yeah, like someone like if Dr. Drew could sit down with us and just be like,
Yeah, let me, you know what? I'll call him up and see if he'll come down.
he's like a fucking millionaire that lives in Hollywood. Like, no one like that gives a shit about people like us, Pooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're just a fucking paycheck. To
But yeah,
them.
you're like the alcoholism thing. I mean, I don't really know how we could get anywhere with it because in my mind,
You're going way too far in advance. Let's start at square one.
okay, so I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because if you know there's something that's making you not feel good and then you do it anyway, I don't understand how you can't just want to try to stop it.
So I'm going to bring something up with you right now.
What?
We've gone through hell. In the latter part of our relationship, we went through shit. We fought all the time. Where did you go? You stayed with me. You went through an abusive time that sucked. But not abusive in a physical manner. Just, I mean, like we fought, but you stayed with me. Oh yeah,
Stop
you.
touching
Sorry.
my fucking arm.
I try to bend myself around your anxiety. You stayed with me, even though it sucked. You know.
Yeah. What
So
are
you
getting at?
can't compare the two. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm getting this wrong.
What am
and
I comparing?
Like you want to know
right
what you? To be completely honest, when I touched your arm and then you did that, it like threw me off. But like, that's my point is saying like, how can you not see addiction? Because that's what it is. It's like I have this thing where I've felt depressed my whole fucking life. Depression has eaten me alive at times.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I've looked to things like attention or sex or booze, drugs if I did drugs, stuff like that. I've looked to things, shopping, buying like a new pair of pants. Like for some reason right now in my head, I haven't worked in a month and I've worked for a couple days and I'm broke as fuck. But for some reason right now, all I want is a new pair of shoes. I've been thinking about that for a week. Because I feel like getting a new pair of shoes because I don't know where my fucking Vans flats went and I really like those shoes. For some reason in my head, I'm like, that's going to make me feel better. And it's the same with alcohol.
Yeah.
Like if I'm stressed or if I'm worried, I've always turned to alcohol to just like kind of numb it down. And I know where that goes because I'm not a fucking moron. I can see where it goes. I could see the end of that tunnel being
Yeah.
disaster.
But what are you getting at here?
I'm trying to say that you don't understand this. Like you're telling me you don't understand this. I'm saying all I'm doing is creating addictive behaviors in my life to run from depression. So I'm trying to get into figuring out. I'm going to therapy, and I want to go to therapy regularly, but once a week. And I want to figure out. I want to get sober, and I want to figure out, like, just even stop drinking for a year, and then start going into therapy to figure out different coping mechanisms to deal with my alcoholism. Not alcoholism so much as my addictive personality towards things that pull me out of depression. I need to find more positive pathways for me to travel through that get me out of that and get me into a point where I feel better as a person.
Yeah, okay. So, one thing that I'm realizing is, because you said the last podcast I looked like really unenthused and like unhappy when I looked at you.
Not the whole time, just a few times.
But like when you're talking like that, I guarantee my face is gonna look like shit. So know that.
I feel like if you get to know me on this level, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry. But I feel like if you actually get to like look at me with Eddie in the room, sitting here, and it's not being like you're having anxiety right now, aren't you?
I'm doing my candle breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's funny though is you keep talking about like, oh, your anxiety. Like, I don't think I have an anxiety problem, but I get it
with me
bad with you.
You used to get it with your ex-boyfriend. I remember when you used to talk to me about it.
I talk about anxiety about him.
Do you want me to bring up stories? Because I remember you would get anxiety.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the thing. You know what's really weird is that
you worried so. Go ahead.
No, my family
has anxiety. Your sister's
no. They talk about how I'm so anxious. It's really interesting because I don't actually think it's a problem.
Pooh, it's a problem.
Okay.
I need you to go into therapy for the sake of you, not for us.
Yeah.
You could leave me tomorrow, and as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Leave you as a friend, you mean?
Yeah, like you could leave and never speak to me again, but as long as I know you're safe and happy, that's all that matters to me.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right now, you need to go to therapy.
I've gone.
No, you need to find a different therapist that you jive with.
To 5 people.
I've been to fucking 50 and they've never worked.
No, it's not that they don't work. They tell me like, I can't help you.
Good for them. They suck.
Like they're just like, you know what?
Ass, move to the next one.
No, they're like, you know what? You're pretty.
And then
you got a good head on your shoulders.
So do I. So do I. But I suffer from an addictive behavior to get away from depression.
Okay, so anyway, my family says that I'm super anxious because when like we start talking about things that I don't like, I'm like, hey guys, like let's not talk about that. And they think that's anxious, but for me, I'm like, why are we talking about things that stress us out?
Because sometimes, and this is fucking amazing that I get to say this to you right now.
What?
Sometimes it's healthy for people to talk about the bad shit and fucking work it out. Do you have any idea over the past couple of years how many fucking things I've internalized and never talked about again to help you?
You know what? Sometimes I just wish that you fucking hated me. So I don't hate you, and I'll never hate you.
I love you.
No, I want you to hate me. I'm gonna kiss Eddie. I'm just joking, Eddie.
The whole reason I'm here is finally coming to fruition.
No,
you two would fucking have the shittiest relationship.
Eddie and I?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Because you hide it from my wife. It would be a super hard time. Sorry,
No. If Eddie was single and then you guys started dating, number one, I would support it and figure out how to make it work on my end. That's
and then we'd hold on. Just wait. We'd have the Exes podcast, and then you guys would switch seats, and then we'd have like the most in love in the whole wide world, the best man in my life podcast.
But that's not what would happen because you guys, both of you, I don't know why. Maybe this is why I'm fucking best friends with the both of you guys, but like, you guys suck at communicating. Like, you guys suck. And it's like, I try to dig things out of you, and it pisses both of you guys off.
You know what's funny is when you are like, oh, Eddie just like texted me, or I asked him for this, and then he just like starts talking about the most whack shit, and you're like, he's never serious. Whenever you tell me that, I'm like, that's exactly
yeah, it's exactly
what
like
do
if I
to
say
Steven.
something serious and he doesn't want to fucking address it. This actually happened last night. I'll text him, and then he'll just be like, oh, so what time we meeting tomorrow? I'm like, are you ignoring me on purpose? And he's like, yeah, so 9. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, and I leave it because like I know him, and I've known him for over a decade, and I've known you for like just under a decade. So like, it's just like, I get you guys, but like, holy fuck, it's infuriating. I feel like I want to punch myself in the
No, because then we would never
balls.
fight because we have nothing to talk about because we don't want to talk.
Yeah, and then you guys would just have this fucking zombie life for the rest of your life.
No, I would start my dance career.
Teaching people how to be fucking trying to be young. Like,
I'm not
trying to be young dance studio. That
I am not trying to be
did
young.
that give you anxiety when I
No,
touched
it's
your
just
leg?
my arms I don't like.
I've never understood that. That's why I would love to have like a really smart doctor here.
Yeah.
Because then maybe he or she could break down why this gives you anxiety.
Stop it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. Eddie, actually, because you guys are pretty similar. You guys are.
I don't want to be touched either.
Does it actually give you anxiety? Because it did. I'll go like this.
No.
I'll go like this to Eddie, and I'll joke around to go grab his dick, and like,
Oh my God, I can't believe you don't let him do that, Eddie.
no, do it to me. I'll show you what he does. He goes and gets mad, and I'm like,
That was like, hey, don't. That wasn't even a thing. That was just like, yeah, pushing your hand away because.
no, but he actually kind of looks at me like, don't. Like, what are you doing?
So my little niece, because you know, like kids will just be like, mom, 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 until you pay attention to them, and like, so Jennifer taught her if you want someone's attention to grab them by the arm, and then so Penny grabbed me by the arm. I was like, this isn't gonna work, Penny. You gotta stop.
How's the? Okay, hold on. How old is she? 2.5.
Yeah.
That tiny, beautiful, little, cute hand touching your arm gives you anxiety.
No, it doesn't.
You
actually.
fucking need to go to therapy. You got to figure it out. And I'm not saying that as an
Don't.
attack. I have to too. I want to too. Eddie has to. We all have to figure out the traumas in our childhood.
I
He's fucking
honestly-
sitting over there going, no, I don't. Yes, you do, you uncommunicative fuck.
No, but you know what, Steven? I think that's why we're not together anymore, because I don't like communicating with you.
Great. Sweet.
Like, and I don't think, like, you've chalked me up into this person, but
No, I see through everything, and I see you for who you really are. That's why I'm sitting here on a chair with you, still friends, still talking last night, still talking this morning, still talking later tonight. Text you tomorrow morning. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to get back together with you. I have no intention of that whatsoever. Like, I just want to be a part of your life because you're a good person.
yeah.
But I can see I've dealt head on with mental illness my whole life. Whether or not it be my dad having an alcohol problem, my dad having a depression problem, my mom having a neurotic fucking disorder where she just worries about everything. Like, my mom probably, since I hung up this phone, I have to phone her after this because she's going to be worried about why I called her. The minute I said recording, I know where my mom's mind went.
Yeah.
And like, so I get mental illness more than you do and more than Eddie does. So all I'm trying to do is reach out and be like, hey,
yeah.
who knows? Anyway, go ahead and tell me what you have to say. Sorry, we're recording on a DSLR camera, not a video camera, because why spend another $4,000 on a fucking camera or $2,000 on a camera when we could do it with the things we have? But yeah, so we have to stop every like 30 minutes, so it might cut off sometimes. Go ahead.
I was just saying,
If you open that, no. I have this thing. I have a problem. I have a mental problem where I cherish things. I hold things and I can't. Yeah. And
Eddie,
bought
I heard
so-
that you would come over
Yeah.
and you would grab one every time you came over and pretend to open it.
They're
And
Coke
then
bottles with our names on them. Like Coke released these bottles with their names on them. I happened to walk into a store and find them together.
Yeah.
So I like sitting next to each other, and I was like, oh my God, that's a sign. So I bought them, and they've been sitting here for fucking years.
Yeah, but I remember you told me that Eddie does it, and you're like, it makes me so mad 'cause I'm scared he's going to drink it. So then as soon as he told me that, every time I come over, I grab it and try to crack it.
Yeah, I totally love the joke, but the thing is, the thing that scares me is I know you won't, but I know that he would. Like, he's the
Open it?
kind of person to, like, take a joke, show it to everyone, and then everyone goes, don't, and then he does it and then buries it, and he's like, I went that far with it. Like, he's the type of person to take a joke too far. So that scares me. With you, like, I know that you around him would open that, and you'd be like, ha ha ha. But,
Oh,
like,
because
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to impress Eddie, and you're
Oh.
trying to make him laugh. Impress
Eddie-
him like in
Eddie,
like a.
look how impressive I am.
Here, I'll open yours.
No, don't open my Coca-Cola. Did you open it, you fucking cock?
Now you're mad. That was me in my head going, stop worrying about fucking Coke bottles, you pussy. Like, that's how I talk to myself. I literally brush my teeth in the mirror and I go, you fat fucking piece of shit. Like, I'll do that to myself.
Yeah, you know,
Because I've
I
gained
need
like 30
therapy,
pounds in
guys.
the last while. Oh, yeah, I got to weigh myself.
you forgot to weigh yourself.
Oh. How about you take that dildo out of your mouth? He's smoking a vape cigarette.
Oh, you know what's funny is I can see
The scale, hey, the scale is upstairs on the left side of the bar.
So you know what I realized is I've been seeing smoke
Yeah, because he's sitting
because
over
he's
there vaping.
Oh my god! I hope that we got like a smoke machine on this podcast.
Eddie gave
vibe.
me this thing because it has more nicotine than this one.
Dope.
I don't want to do this shit. I need to quit smoking.
Dude, we're still filming. I don't know. I feel like the little bit of anxiety that I show people, like I feel like I show this much, but I am feeling like this much. So the little bit that you see, you have no idea what's happening inside.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't know what's happening inside. And that's
No, I don't know exactly what's happening inside, but I see that. I see this anxiety.
Yeah, but also, you know, you just
You might
You need
think you're
to-
showing this much, but I know you well enough to see that.
yeah. I just feel
It won't
like
work on the carpet. I'll be able to just put it on the concrete. I'll weigh myself in a sec. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm just like actually there's a thing, because I understand relationships are hard, but I don't actually see how you and I will ever properly communicate because of our different personalities.
We don't have to learn how to communicate on the level of being in a relationship.
No, but friendship wise, anything, because like I'm never not gonna be.
You have to realize that I'm not going to care.
No, but it's like how you take too long to talk. You like all those things, like that's never going to be okay with me, because it's like a waste of time.
The only time that I talk too much and the only time that I like retract and go back to a story when you cut me off is when we're fighting about something that we haven't worked through yet.
Yeah.
So if
I
we
don't
can
know,
find
but-
a point to get back to being friends, that's what I want. I want to find the point. I want to get back to the point where you were like, hey man, I'm dating somebody. Or hey man, I've gone on some dates. And you don't even stress whatsoever about how it's going to
Dude,
make
I
me
literally
feel.
could never, ever go on
Okay.
a date and be able to tell you without puking.
That's
Like,
that's
that's-
what I want to get rid of, and I don't know how to get rid of that. That's why I'm saying like I want to talk to a therapist or like figure it out. And I need you to try. Didn't touch your arm. I need you to try to figure out how to get past that too, because you have to just jump in and trust that as fucked up as you think I am, this is the best thing ever. As fucked up as you think I am, you have to realize I'm not this brilliant person. I'm not. I'm jaded. I'm weird. I have all these things, but I'm smart. I'm smart when it comes to the mind. I'm smart when it comes to emotions. And I'm smart when it comes to being able to figure out what the problem is. Mm-hmm. Whether or not it be fixing the problem because I just divert things myself, I can help us get to a point. If you jump into the pool, I'll help you swim.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
now
but you
there's
know
the
what?
analogy again that we're not going to bring up, or no one else was going to bring up, but I'll bring it up. If you jump in the pool, I'll fucking help you swim. I'm never
I
going to let
don't
you drown,
want you
and
to
I'll
do
always got your
anything
back.
for me. That's the thing.
You
is
don't know why I do anything.
I
for
don't
You?
want you to do anything. Like I just want you to be a little more hands off on things because like you're literally you're so in my head that I can't. Like
So a
put
lot
down
of
my
people,
walls.
if let's say if 10,000 people watch this,
yeah.
bet money there's 9,000 of them that are like, stop talking to each other and it'll fix itself.
Yeah.
But that
That's,
right there,
that's my head. That's
but
what I
that
want
right
to do.
there is you and Eddie.
Yeah.
If you fucking leave it alone and you don't think about it, then you'll fucking move your mind to something else, and then later on you won't think about that thing. I'm facing the problem with you, and I'm saying, let's be friends because I know you want to be friends with me, and I know I want to be
Mm-hmm.
friends with you. Am I forcing you to do anything?
no.
Exactly. Am I forcing
But
you to
I
be
guess,
here to do this
I guess
podcast?
the whole thing is that there's no trauma that we need to work through. There's no point in this.
There's no-
that's
no,
going
no.
to further.
No. I'm
Stop,
stopping you right there.
stop.
No. Because you cannot tell me there's no trauma that we need to work through. Fuck you. Say there's no trauma that I need to work through.
No,
Yes.
you're not. You didn't even.
You can't speak for me.
You need to shut your fucking cocksucker and let me explain myself.
There you go.
If you and I stop talking tomorrow, yes, there's complexes and there's shit that we've given each other, but there is nothing that is going to all this is doing is making things more difficult. And
What do you mean by this? All this is doing. What's this?
like what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is
Staying
I
friends?
don't think that I'm going to go to a naturopath or a therapist and they're going to dig up things and be like, "Oh, you need to work through this with your ex." Like that isn't a thing. Like there's other ways to
No.
work through it. So you're on this psychology level of our friendship where I don't think it needs to be that. I think that we should just be friends and like nobody else gets to talk to their ex about the shit from the past. So I don't think we need to, and I find it exhausting because we're not trying to get back together.
Can I tell you something right now? And
This podcast sucks.
No,
dick.
this is good.
No, it's not. I hate this.
You could take a week off and not speak to me for a week. That's fine.
No, see,
I'm-
that's the fucking thing you do is like, I say one thing and then you fucking bring it to the next thing. We're
not-
fighting. Why? This isn't even funny.
It doesn't need to be fucking funny. It's called the Exes podcast. Boo. It could be funny, but at the same time, we need to hash shit out and figure out how to be friends.
No, but we
And
are
what
friends.
you know what
and
I had
if
a
you
you know
would
what no
shut up,
I
we
had a
could be
great
friends.
fucking point. I had an amazing
Okay,
point
let's
in my
hear it.
head. I forgot it because you cut me off.
I didn't cut you off. I was fucking talking.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, go on.
No, the thing is,
I'm
is
all
that,
ears, by the way.
is that there's other ways for you to work through this on your own and for me to work through this. There is no evidence, or it's not even that like common to work through it with your ex. I can go deal with this shit on my own. You can go deal with this shit on your own. And then you and
can't
I
tell me what I can and can't do.
Well, you can, but also then you can't take me down with you.
I'm
If you
not.
need to work through it with me and I don't want to, then you are forcing me to do
Then
something
I need to
don't-
respect that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
So-
how often does that really happen, though?
Does what happen?
That I'm trying to talk to you about the past.
No,
And
no.
don't you say all the time.
No,
Because I don't.
I don't say all the time anymore. Thank you. No, my whole thing is what we're talking about today is feeling like we're trying to fix things. And I think that the bottom line is we communicate differently. You could literally show us a video and ask for our interpretation and we will have totally different interpretations of it. And I truly believe that the way you see things and the way I see things, I don't see how we could possibly be successful. And I don't think any therapy, I don't think anything could fix it. like
I love this.
it's just like
You're lighting a fire under my ass right now. Because in the past couple days, I texted you the other day and I said, I don't know what to do with us. And you're lighting a fire under my ass right now.
what's this fire going to do?
It's going to make me realize what I need to do and how I need to work through it.
Yeah.
With us, like because it's tough for me. I don't want to get back together with you because it wasn't working, but I'm trying to figure out a way so we could be friends.
Mm-hmm.
But you're so protected. You put up walls. You put up all these walls and you protect yourself. And I do the exact same thing because I feel like you don't take my emotions seriously because I have a mood disorder and because like I've been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I feel like you see that and you're like, "Oh, he's just overreacting."
No.
Oh, this. No, but that's what I perceive by the way you treat me and by the way you act when I bring up something that's wrong. So I'm just starting to realize like, hey, I'm just holding myself back and I'm holding you back. You know, like I don't think that I can honestly tell you right now, and this is a true statement. I think that you like me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you think that I'm like fun and that it was a romanticized thing. You romanticize what I could be, but I was never what you wanted. So I feel as if I've legitimately never been what you wanted. You've just wanted that smart guy who rubbed your feet every fucking day for years. You wanted that smart guy who could build you a house and could do all these things because you dated pussies before me. You dated little dudes who were hipsters with their fucking stupid hats and their skinny jeans and all this dumb shit. And then all of a sudden you found, like, I'm not going to self-clarify myself as a man, but you dated somebody who could fix your car, who could build you a house, who would give you romance, do your dishes, like you said earlier. Like I'll do, you know.
So I will say though, because when you say you're not the person that I wanted you to be, that makes it seem like
you want Steven 4.0.
No. But it makes it seem like I got in this relationship and then I was like, well, this is the man I want, and it was unattainable. The things that I expected of you were so attainable and they're so fucking close that you could touch
attainable
them.
To you.
They are to
but
you.
But you don't understand depression.
No, but you like, it's not depression. It's no. Like the things like...
What
okay, so then I guess
back from that?
I guess like the fact that like I actually think you should start a business where you go into someone's apartment, rentals, like places they own, all that shit, and you help them set it up. You build like specific custom furniture and all those things, and you're like, yeah, no, it wouldn't work. Like there's just, you're missing that, like you...
Yeah, but I'm thinking beyond
stop it. You are able to do so much more than you can, but you're quick to not do it. So what I wanted from you was attainable. It wasn't like you are good at this and I want you to do this. I want you to be good at this thing that there's no fucking way in hell you'd be good at it. It was all like this little extra step, like a little bit more, so I didn't have to be so strong all the time. Like I want to be able to have a bad day and say I don't want to go to work today, but I can't. Like I can't be weak, and I wanted you to take that extra step so that maybe I could have a bad day, like is how I felt.
So go date someone without mental illness.
Yeah, see, and then you go, like, that's the thing is when I try to talk to you, you go to this dark, like, you're like, okay, well then don't fucking talk to me for a week. Like, that's why I don't like talking to you.
No, I'm saying that if this, I was saying in that aspect, if this podcast gives you anxiety, which I fucking know it is because I could read your body language, you could take a week off of talking to me and then we'll talk next Saturday. Do you know what I mean? If that's what you need, I'm not saying that.
No,
what
I'm
I'm saying is
that,
if you don't want to, if you don't want to deal with somebody who you want these tiny little things that you want them to do, like you're not in charge of me. Okay?
Okay. We gotta wrap this up.
All you gotta do, yeah, I know, you probably looked at each other there and was like, okay, wrap this up because now we're arguing. But I think. Oh yeah, and you got to go. Yeah, okay. We have to stop this. Just watch it next week.
If I'm here.
If there isn't a next week, then I'll just fucking figure out something else to do, because I need to do something with my life like this because it makes me feel good. And I like to do it with you because you want to know what? Regardless of whatever the fuck we said today, you're my best friend. I care about you, and I want to figure out a way so we don't have these emotions. I got to figure out a way. That's my purpose.
All right.
My purpose in my life right now is to take care of myself, get out of what I'm doing negatively, like with alcohol and everything like that, and then fix you and I. Because you're my best friend, and Eddie's my best friend, and like that's what I need in my life, and that's what I feel like I need that in my life.
All right.
But yeah, I just whatever.
Well, let us know if you like when the shit gets dark, or if you'd rather us talk about
No, because
farts
it's
and
weird
sucking
though.
dick.
Because it's not because we don't do that. We can't have these fucking things where we riff bits off each other because we don't do that. It always turns serious.
No,
I think this is good.
I'm saying maybe this is gonna make people cringe. So tune in next week to see if I'm here or if I have run away.
I'm sitting next to my
changed
mom.
my name.
You're not
Okay.
gonna run away.
See you guys later.
Yeah, I'm funnier.
I'm funnier.
I'm funnier.